right, folks. Welcome in, everyone. I see so many familiar faces in the chat. I see Wadecup, I see Keith, I see Malik, Sam Peterson, my man, Jose, Trisha. Thank you all for joining us and welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is VooDoo Val and I am joined today by my friend Chris Bourassa, and we're going to do a super cool kind of challenge for you folks today that everyone can get involved in and participate in. But before I jump into introductions and all that good stuff, I am actually going to kind of go over the schedule and let you guys know what we did earlier today and what you folks can expect from our stream tomorrow. So if I pop over here to the schedule, you can see we did a lot of stuff today. We had some interior design in Adobe Photoshop with Spencer Nugent. We had our Premiere Pro Daily Creative Challenge with Jason Levine, which is awesome, something that we've never really done before. So if you didn't catch the Premiere Pro Daily Creative Challenge, please tune into that tomorrow because it was a blast. Paul Tranny came in at 9 a.m. Pacific this morning with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, followed by Aaron Nace, who did some photo compositing for us. Clady did the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge, and Lena Cordero and Julia Masalska were here with some branding and identity in Illustrator earlier today. We had the XD Daily Creative Challenge with Andrea Hawk, and then just before us, we had Kyle T. Webster, the one and only legend, doing a draw-along for us, and now me and Chris are here for the design off. So I'm gonna pass things over to you, Chris, and let you kind of introduce yourself, tell people a little bit about you and what you do, and then I will introduce the prompt. So take it away.
Hey, my name's Chris. My streaming setup is super ghetto. You look super glamorous with no, this is me in a hole.
He's in the dungeon. He's in the dungeon.
I'm an artist and creative director at a company called Red Hook Studios, and we do an RPG called Darkest Dungeon, and we're working on a sequel to that. And I guess I met Val through that, and asked if I wanted to do some drawing. So
because I was obsessed with it, and I could not do any fan art for that game, so that was a blast.
Cool. Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wear a suit or something because
I'll wear a top hat if you wear a suit. I'll wear a super cool fancy hat. We'll both be decked out.
All right, I'll try and dress up a little bit.
But yeah, so we're gonna do the Magician Challenge, the Magician Design Off for you folks today, and I hope that everyone will get involved. I'm gonna pull up the little prompt spiel that I put together for everyone. Let me pull up my desktop here. I posted this on social media, and I'm just going to go over it real quick for anyone who maybe is new here, has never been to one of these design offs, and wants to be involved. So for today, invent a magical character or visualize an existing magical character you're fond of. You can choose an aspect of them to design. This could be designing the character themselves, designing an item that character would carry, maybe a companion they would have, or anything else you can think of. This design challenge is for all disciplines, no matter what your skill level or expertise. Welcome are all illustrators, designers, graphic artists. If you're a hand letterer or a UI UX designer or any other kind of artist, you can basically interpret this magical challenge however you see fit. And then I hope that you will share your designs with us using the hashtag on Twitter or Instagram, which is hashtag Adobe Live Design Off. And I do want to highlight somebody real quick because we actually got a really awesome submission.
We don't have to do anything.
I know.
We don't have to do anything at all. We can just put that up on the screen and then.
Yeah, you take one, I'll take one, and we can just pretend we did it. Yeah, this is from Wolfdog Art, who did 2 Darkest Dungeon themed mages that I thought were super awesome and highly appropriate because we do have Chris of Darkest Dungeon with us here today. Thank you, Sam Peterson, for posting that hashtag in the chat. So if you guys want to design with us, please do. Illustrate with us. If you guys are icon designers or graphic designers, you guys can design a magical icon. If you are an app designer, you guys could just design a landing page or an app prototype with some kind of magical element. Literally, however you want to interpret this, all of you folks are welcome. If you're a hand letterer, maybe you just choose a cool magician's name and just hand letter a cool name or something. Whatever you folks want to do. Jeff says, I signed up for Behance just to comment on this.
Jeff does the audio for our game.
Oh, really? Oh, welcome in, Jeff. It's good to see you, man.
I'd say hi, but I haven't joined the Behance community.
Oh, yeah? We gotta get you on board. We gotta convert you to one of us, Chris. All right, so I'm gonna page down here, and I'm gonna jump us into our little dual stream view here, so that everyone can see what we're working on. We both have some sketches that we've already done of some cool magician type characters, and we're just gonna jump into it. I'm pretty pumped. I feel like we're kind of illustrating like polar opposites of the magician spectrum. Cause I'm loving your guy. It looks like he's kind of like meditating up there. On a little like obelisk type thing, which is rad. And then I've just got like this pretty lady with like flowy hair. So we'll see how this goes.
Sweet like high magic.
Yeah. Like
beautiful
elven queen
Barbie magic.
Yep,
Yeah.
Barbie magic. Yes, exactly. Magical pointy ear Barbie magic.
I got old lonely man magic.
Hermit magic.
Yeah. Wow.
Big hermit energy.
It's not exactly the energy I want in my life.
No, I love it though. I love it. It's very reminiscent of like basically all of the awesome things that I kind of like dug about Darkest Dungeon, just like the creepy and dark and like mysterious. So I'm pumped for it.
I wish I had a bigger range, but here we are.
You know, it's kind of a struggle sometimes, isn't it? Like trying to break into like something totally new. I've been kind of trying to do that myself lately. I've been doing like cute characters and stuff on Adobe.
The way you even said cute tells me you're not ready to do them.
Exactly, like kind of like maybe.
You couldn't even get the word out properly.
I couldn't. It kind of hurt me to do it, but I've been compensating for that by doing like cute renditions of like scary characters. So I did like a cute Dracula and a cute Cthulhu.
Right.
So that kind of helped me through it. It was like my crutch, because I don't know if I could straight up do. I can't go full kawaii. It's not gonna work for me, but I can try. Jacob Hoffman says I play a lot of RP games and I'm hyped for this. You should be, my friend. Because this is like,
for too long.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Sam says cute. That it hurt me to say that out loud as well.
Ouch! Don't ever type that again.
Yeah, stop, Sam.
You got enough problems in the world. Misspelling cute.
Wade is spelling cute, Kyoot, and I'm in pain. I'm in agony.
Wow.
Yes, the cute Thulu. Somebody wrote. Like named that cute Cthulhu the Cthulhu, like uwu at the end of it, and I was like, I wish I would have thought of that, but I don't know.
I can't stick around for this.
Yes, Chris is like, thanks for inviting me, but I actually gotta go wash my hair. I forgot. I forgot I had an appointment.
I gotta go cut my hair now.
I gotta leave.
Pandemic thing.
Yeah. Sam's like, my apologies, I'll remove myself. I crossed the line. I gotta go. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of like fill in with some values here. You know, on so many occasions I've tried to do like the Darkest Dungeon like signature like kind of like cool, almost reminds me of like wood etching, like that negative space and contrast of like dark and light, but every time I do it I always end up just like, I'm gonna paint it. I don't know.
I find I actually end up working more like I don't have a process that goes cleanly from sketch to finish. Like, you know, they're like, I sketch it, then I ink it, and the inks are done. Like, I never finish the black line phase, because I actually swap between the background color and black and like end up chiseling and painting and carving more than than just sort of like knowing where everything needs to go right away. It's a lot messier than that.
Yeah, I think I typically like whenever especially when I'm streaming my art and stuff, like you folks at home watching me draw have like a better understanding of what might become of my painting than I do, because I'm literally like, I just start sketching and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. We're gonna see. Let's go on this journey. Let's figure out how it's actually gonna come to fruition. When I see VooDoo Val, I think Dark Souls. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I'm gonna take that as a massive compliment. Yes, exactly like that, James. Cthulhu. Yes. Perfect. Let's see if we got any more comments. Just trying to keep up with the chat here. Barbie magic, that's hilarious. Yeah, we're going like full Barbie magic and big hermit energy this afternoon. Alright, I think I'm gonna give her like, I kind of want to, because we have like, you know, like an hour of work time, I kind of want to not focus so much on like her outfit being super cool and like get all of the values in. And see if I can't make her look like she's wearing some cool robes or something. I'm also
beads and stuff will come out in the wash.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm also really interested to hear what members of chat might be working on, and I hope that you guys, even if you folks do not finish your entries for this design off, you guys can still tweet it to us using the hashtag or post it on Instagram using the hashtag. I'm going to take a look at it before we sign off today, and I'm also going to take a look at it tomorrow. So just post like works in progress, because we've got 2 days to hang out and chill. And if you don't finish it, I mean, I don't suspect that Chris and I will have perfect 100% finished paintings by the end of this stream either. So, you know, no harm. No worries.
I've never finished anything in my life. I've just run out of time.
Me and Sam Peterson used to say that if we could petition for 48-hour days, we would, because there's literally not enough time to get everything. You wouldn't get enough done
in the 48 hours either. You'd be petitioning for 72 hours.
Probably.
Like,
You're probably right.
It's never enough.
Never done. You just, honestly, you probably just have more ideas every day of things you could do, and then you'd run out of time for all that.
Yeah.
All right. Also, let me know, I want to make sure that everyone can, like, hear us all loud and clear, so hopefully there's no issue with our audio today or anything. Be honest, you won't hurt my feelings. Question for Chris, does he see the shadow in his mind before the image when he's designing? So do you have, like, as you're going to, yeah, he's like, I don't know, man. As you're going through, are you just kind of like, oh, this looks like I could put some shadow here, or do you have, like, a kind of an idea in your head of how you're going to light it?
Try to think about black usage, like, the shadows from, like, this far away, or maybe not that far away. That was too far. That was too much.
Too much!
Like, yeah, so, you know, I'll make another layer. I'll do this fast. Actually, maybe this is better. I'm trying to think about where, like, the most amount of black is going to collect on the image, and then make sure that that is, like, going to help me compositionally. So, like, generally speaking, I want all of this, like, netherworld stuff in the background just going to be flesh and eyeballs. Family friendly, though.
They're kawaii eyeballs, guys.
Totally. They're
eyelashes.
Not going to hurt you. They just want to come and say it. Like, there's nothing gross or inappropriate about any of this back here.
They're just showing off their new look.
Yeah, it's just like a toddler's arm from another dimension.
Very nice. Very non-threatening.
Yeah. And I know that, like, I'll want to knock this back. Caps lock on or something. What's going on here?
Sometimes I do have caps lock on, and I'm like, where's my cursor?
Yeah, like, I want to knock this back so there's lower contrast, because I want the highest point of contrast to be the dude's eyes, and then his little glowing finger here, and then these little candles. So that's really all I'm thinking about. That's my, like, black value, like, blueprint. Really is just dramatic a bit.
Nice. I'm gonna make my painting a little larger. There we go.
And every time I try to use a different brush, I can't get it to work. Like, I tried Kyle T. Webster's brushes because I felt like they would make me a better artist. And I got, like, these amazing pencils and all this different stuff, and I'm like, finally, like, I've made it.
I got it.
ILT Webster brush pack, and it didn't make me a better artist magically.
That's the struggle, right? That everybody talks about is like, is it the brushes or is it you?
It's definitely you. It's
Yeah.
definitely not the brushes.
It's definitely you. I typically, like, I've kind of found that I have a particular type of brush that I always generally do well with as far as, like, a texture goes. Like, I always want to be using, like a charcoaly, like, chalky brush that typically helps me... It makes me feel comfortable, even though technically every time I change my stylus, I'm using, it's like feels the same. But for whatever reason, my brain is like, you're using pastels right now. And I'm like, I know I am. That's what it says in the Photoshop file. But I think that even when you have brushes that you're comfortable with, I guess a test to see like where your skill is at sometimes can be like, try drawing something with a brush you absolutely despise. And see if you can still, like, make something with it. And I actually did that recently. I drew with a brush that I just hated, and it just didn't resonate with me at all. And I realized, like, a list of things that I need to get better at drawing, because I kind of hide behind texture sometimes. Which was a weird feeling.
Yeah, gotta talk to the demons in the mirror a little bit there.
Yeah, I just was, like, standing in front of my bathroom mirror at 4 a.m, like, what are you doing, Val? What have you been doing this whole time?
Mm-hmm. One skill as an artist that I feel like never gets talked about that's really important to develop is your ability to look at your own work and sigh heavily. I think like that's something that most art students should be trying to practice in their spare time if they're not already.
Just get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I think honestly, like on the real talk though, I think one of the best lessons I ever learned when it came to being an artist is like learning how to not take myself so seriously, and just like kind of be like, you know what, this isn't good, but that's okay, and then just kind of moving on and learning how to do something better. I'm actually doing that right now, where I've drawn this face like 4 times, and I really hate it a lot. And I'm just kind of like, all right, new face. When I learned to like not like worry so much about my art and not take myself so seriously when I was sitting down to work, I found that I like was able to relax a lot more throughout the process of like creating. And it also helped. It also kind of played into like being a lot better about taking criticism on the internet, because, you know, everybody just kind of posts whatever they feel in the moment about your art sometimes, and then you're just like, I think sometimes people don't realize somebody on the end of that message has to like read what you wrote about their art, and then you're just kind of like, oh great, thanks man, thanks Jim from Cleveland who thinks my colors are bad, that's nice. No offense to anyone named Jim from Cleveland in chat. This is a completely, like, dramatized reenactment of a situation that is similar.
Well, to be fair, I've never met a Jim from Cleveland that I've liked.
Neither have I. We're in the same boat. Maybe we're onto something. Yeah, I learned how to, like, you know, don't take myself too seriously, not to, like, fret about criticism so much, and when I didn't really mind so much that not everything I did was super good the first try, and not every time I sit down am I gonna go to like point A, point B, on like a perfect track. I think I was able to like relax and like actually improve my art a lot easier. I have that sighing ability down. That's my life. Aw, come on, Benjamin. Been trying to get myself to accept something as done and move on instead of spending another day or 10 on it. Yeah, that can be a struggle too.
I sort of found like I just decided that consistency was more important than quality in a way. Like if a piece is like consistent with itself, then you could probably just call it done, cut your losses, and go to the next one.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to constantly overwork.
Yeah.
And make this one the special one.
Yeah, this is gonna be the thing. This is gonna be
the one that
yeah.
like melts everyone's face off.
Yeah, she's oh my god, amazing! Yeah, in a family-friendly, non-threatening manner.
That's what I'm talking about.
Completely hypothetical.
It's a metaphor.
Yes, for the awesomeness of art. I got your back, Chris. I got you. Dear Chris, you are a man of the world. What travel destination was the most influential on your art? This is from Kier.
God. Kier's a programmer. So I'm just getting trolled by my dev team.
Asking you all of these existential questions.
Yeah.
Putting you on the spot.
Your stance on overtime in the industry.
It's like, great, we're trying to hang out and have an easy time here, guys. No, I think one of the coolest places I ever went that was influential for my work, because I am like regardless of what people assume about me, because I do stream a lot, I'm actually super introverted, and I find that like going and sitting down in my own yard is like the thing that brings me the most peace when I just need to like clear my head and do something. You know, like I know I need to like get a project done. I just go sit in my yard. That's my place I travel to when I need to gain a new perspective. Do you have a comic book background or something that influenced your heavy inked graphic style? This from Sam Peterson for you, Chris.
I mean, no, I haven't worked in comics. I read a lot growing up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a whole bunch of like digital painting for years and years and years, and I always felt like I was working 3 times as hard to do like work that was like passable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like painting, but I just enjoy. I get bored or I get impatient, I think, and so I kind of like the simplicity of work in this way. Although I would like to like in the future at some point in my life work a little bit differently. But it's been hard because I've been doing this now for like 7 years, I guess. That's crazy.
That's wild to think about.
Yeah. So it's kind of like stuck in me, and still working this way because we got another project or whatever. So kind of stuck with this for a little while, but I think afterwards I might see what I can do. It's just like actual paint value. But I've never worked in comics. No, I just wanted to evoke that and try it, and I wanted something I could work in a little bit more quickly. And I wouldn't have to labor over every little kind of edge, you know?
Yeah, you know, I actually saw some of your digital painting work a few years back. I think I found like, I don't know if you're still active on DeviantArt, but I like looked up because I was like looking for your portfolio when I first discovered Darkest Dungeon, and I found like an old DeviantArt that had a bunch of paintings. I was like, no way, this is awesome. So he is a very talented painter. Yeah.
I nuked my DeviantArt.
Did you?
Yeah, it felt good. No, that's not a comment on DeviantArt. It's a great spot for that, but I just didn't want to maintain more social medias than I had to.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I literally only use the social media that I know I can maintain comfortably. I do not go out of my way to do extra social media stuff.
Do you do Instagram? You're on Instagram, right?
I am on Instagram. I think my main social media that I use is Twitter and Instagram, and I use them each differently. I post all of my works in progress and all the dope memes I want to share with the world and things like that to my Twitter. That's where I feel like my personality kind of comes out, and I'm more candid with people and stuff like that. And then Instagram, I only post like promotional announcements and finished work, so that, because I feel like Instagram.
Okay.
whenever OBS does a hiccup, it like resets all of my audio settings, and one of those things that it does is it mutes my actual mic. Yeah, I was saying I think if somebody doesn't know you and they go to your Instagram account, what are they going to see? Like, what's going to be there for them to like figure out who you are and what you do and what you're about? So I just try to post only like my finished work or like decent looking sketches that I know I'm not really going to return to, like that's as far as they get. And then I post all of my finished work over on Behance or on my my personal website. It's typically how I use that. But I don't.
I started Instagram. I started it.
How's that going?
Well, I don't know. I haven't posted there in a long time. I might even be pushing a year.
Really?
I just use Twitter. I don't know.
It's kind of hard.
I'm also like not like I understand it more like if you're freelancing or you have a lot of personal time to like update and do sketches and sort of like provide value, quote unquote, but like I feel like if I'm not drawing for work, I'm like wasting my time in a way. Happy to be here though. It's great to be here.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you mean though. Like if it kind of feels like if you're drawing like just for the sheer pleasure of drawing, sometimes it almost feels super unproductive. It's kind of a hard thing to get over.
I mean, maybe that's like a journey that I need to take for myself, but I'm not going to leave on that journey until this other game is done, so there's kind of no point really stressing about it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just don't, like, I don't feel like I'm going to be regular enough to provide, like, art updates to Instagram, and so I just kind of just focus on Twitter, and I'll dump out a sketch every so often when I get the chance. But I have been trying to do it a little bit more, but, like, it's not, I can't commit to any kind of a posting schedule or anything like that.
Yeah, I definitely don't commit to a posting schedule. I think, too, like, that's kind of why I use Instagram the way that I do, because I sometimes do go, like, months and months without posting anything but, like, a promo announcement to Instagram. And so then it's like, okay, if I don't post anything there in all that time, like, what content is actually sitting there for people to consume? And is it worth it? So if I just curated like a kind of a portfolio of like a collection of finished stuff and then just put my link tree in the bio, so if somebody stops by and they see something they like and they're like, oh yeah, I'll check out some more of this girl's art, then they can. But it's not like, I wouldn't say that I have an Instagram community like some people do, you know? I don't really get how to do it. It makes me feel kind of old. I just don't understand how the kids are managing it these days.
You're like 17.
You're about a decade off, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm at that point in my paintings where I like slowly start making the eyes smaller and smaller. And I'm not sure if she does not look nearly as Barbie happy as you originally prophesized, Chris.
Yeah.
She looks really upset.
Yeah, it's sad Barbie. It's 2020 Barbie.
Yeah.
She's got a lot on her mind.
Yeah, she does. She's not happy. She can't go get a latte.
Yeah.
Whenever she wants.
It's been really rough. Like, really rough.
It's been so I feel like everybody hates to hear this, but like as somebody who never left her house anyways, it's been like equal parts like fine, but also because I know it's not wise to leave at the moment, I want to so much more. Like I want to like plan to go out and do something. I'm like, now that I don't have the option, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to be. So it's been actually, I think, kind of like a saving grace for me. It's been like being able to either like do a cool segment here on Adobe Live or just tune into somebody else's broadcast, because we have so many like interesting things going over here that it's just like a constant stream of like really cool discussions about being a professional or freelancing and whatnot. And I could just like kind of put it on in the background while I work on a project or something.
I
So
found the opposite actually. I found like my tolerance for like screens and headphones and stuff has gone way down, and like my favorite thing of the day now is like having a shower and like lying on the couch. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine. I almost posted like a joke, like, is Chris Bourassa okay when you posted like, I'm dressing up for work today, nothing matters anymore. Just both like you like looking all dapper. Chris, do you need a hug? It's fine. We're all very confused.
It's just a lot of screens. Like my kids are on screens way more than they used to, and even my daughter said it in bed the other night. She's just like, I'm just so tired of the iPad, and I'm like, that's crazy, because we were like pretty strict about it. Like it was a huge reward if they got to play on the iPad or something. And now it's like she's got to be on it for school. Kindergarten has Zoom meetings. Like, how did Zoom enter the corona? Like, I don't.
That's wild to me.
So she's like, I don't like it. I'm always muted, and I'm like, yeah, it's no fun.
I think it's funny though, like the juxtaposition between that and like me going to kindergarten, where like if somebody called you, you wouldn't find out till you got home and like notice that your answering machine was blinking. And then now people are like so connected, where like young kids are like, I don't know if I want to be on my iPhone today, and I'm like, whoa. If somebody told me when I was in kindergarten that an iPhone was going to be real someday, I was like, we're going to have flying cars too, right? We're gonna have like all of this crazy stuff.
It's like Star Trek, but without the adventure.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like, you know what it is? I kind of had this thought the other day. I was watching Star Wars. Big surprise.
Which one were you watching? Were you watching the best one?
No, I was watching A New Hope actually, and then I watch them out of order sometimes because my favorite one is Empire Strikes Back.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously. Thank you. So, I was watching A New Hope, and I was like, just like kind of marveling at how, the, like, worlds were captured, where like so much of the cool stuff that we're like in awe of, because it's like a cool, like, space opera movie. Like, there's so many people in the background who are just like living that life and don't care that they have like a sentient droid following them around. That's kind of how I feel like it is. Like, we're in the future for people a long time ago, but it's so mundane that we don't really care. We can pick up a phone and call somebody in Australia just to say hi if we want to real quick. And it's like that easy to do a thing like that. Those are my hashtag quarantine thoughts. Just like think about.
Nice. Got a hashtag and everything.
Yeah, I just made that up. You guys can use it if you want. Alright, I'm gonna keep flipping my canvas.
I'm watching Star Wars all the way through with my 9-year-old.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It's been cool. Like, it's cool because he likes the new ones the best.
Really?
But it's neat because like I don't even want to make a comment on it, but like all the like opinions and rage and feelings around those movies that circulates whenever one gets released, it gets very intense for literally no reason at all.
I'll keep my mouth shut because I know sometimes I contribute, so I have like literally no room to talk.
No, I'm actually only talking about you.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's very relevant. That makes a lot of sense because I've like felt personally attacked in my heart, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
But he just loves it for what's on the screen. Like he's not trying to judge the newer movies or the prequels against the standard of the old movie, because he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't know.
Yeah, he just doesn't know. No, you're fine. It was
a family-friendly.
Yeah. Excellent. No, but I get it. He doesn't really have anything to compare it to, so he's just kind of in awe of Star Wars and just enjoying it for what it is.
That was amazing. Kylo Ren froze a blaster bolt in space.
Yeah.
Like his mind's blown. He's like, they can do that?
Like, what? That's so funny.
And I'm like, well, that's J.J. Abrams.
He doesn't know what he's talking about, son. Your kid's just like, but Dad, just let me enjoy the movie.
Lost?
Yeah. No, that is really cool, and I think that's something that a lot of like the kind of OG fans have forgotten. It's kind of why I cooled down. I did cool down on it a little bit, just because I kind of realized, like, watching other people enjoy Star Wars without my opinions mixed in, just like kind of observing people just loving Star Wars. And I was like, I don't think that I can continue to like angrily tweet too much anymore when I know people are like I have problems with new Star Wars, but if somebody is genuinely loving Star Wars, I don't think I can take that away from you. I don't want to.
Take. I love it. I love hot takes, but I have to say my appetite for them has diminished grossly, like over the past like 4 years.
Oh yeah.
I'm at the point now where I'm like, there's enough like crummy stuff to be upset about or like complain about. So if somebody likes something, I'm like, just go and love it. And I don't need to hear that you don't like it. Like if you're playing Animal Crossing and then your friend doesn't like Animal Crossing, like I don't need to hear from you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I was when I started. Like, I don't know why, but I mean, we've talked in this chat a lot about like games that inspire us and things. I feel like there's a lot of folks that like played video games as kids and like the things that they love and the things that they get into, and a lot of us have like particular kinds of games that we just like get super into, like a lot. And one of those things for me, and I can't tell you why. I don't know why I got so like really adamant and like into this, but like for a long time I was super obsessed with decorating my house and getting married in Stardew Valley. And a lot of people were like, slow down on the Stardew Valley. And I was like, you don't understand the life I'm building for me and my loved ones here.
Oh, wow.
This is very serious. And I was like into it. And I used to get like mad when people were like, yeah, I don't really want to watch you play Stardew Valley anymore. Like, do something else. And then I was like, you know what? I love it. I'm just gonna love Stardew Valley and like not pay attention to anybody who wants to tell me how wrong I am about it. And so I tried to like extend that same like thing to Star Wars. Just let people love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just let people dig it. Just have a good time, because if you're loving it, then you're loving it.
Let someone enjoy something.
Yep.
I gave a talk or something and I mentioned like Dream Daddy that I haven't actually played, but I actually think the art is really good. In Dream Daddy,
super
from what
good.
I've seen. And some guy in the back like let out the biggest like and even the mention of it, I'm like, it doesn't cost me anything to be like, I like this illustration. I'm not a big dating sim guy, but it looks attractive. Like those are well crafted illustrations.
They're very good. You know what dating sim I did play a lot of? It was Hatful Boyfriend, the bird one. The bird dating sim. Anybody like? And the art was good for that too. They were like really like beautiful birds, and you just like you're a regular person, and you just you just go to bird school.
I mean, I'm uncomfortable with the message there, but
yeah, I don't know.
You know, I stand by letting people like what they like.
Yeah, just to each their own. But I just was like, it got really popular just because it was so like meme-ish and like, you know, like just the novelty of like what the game was about, I think was like funny to a lot of people for a long time. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this game, and I played it, and it made me cry. I cried. I cried, Chris.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Who's an amazing artist, Trudy Castle, and she played.
Oh yes.
Mutazone or whatever, and she was like raving about the story in that, and said that it was like very emotional and stuff. It's cool.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. What a niche genre. Yeah, bird dating sim. Very interesting. So James, I can kind of go over the idea and basically what we're doing today. So we're doing a magician challenge. So basically, I'm gonna pull up our little spiel here and let you see kind of what we're doing. I'm gonna pull up my Twitter that has the little thing up on it. So basically the magician challenge is invent a magical character or visualize an existing magical character you're fond of and choose an aspect of that character to design. You can design the character themselves, you can design maybe an item that character would carry, you can design a companion that would travel with that character, like a creature or another person. And this is like kind of something that's open to people of all different disciplines. You can interpret this challenge however you like. So if you're not an illustrator, like me and Chris, you can also do this challenge if you're a hand letter. Maybe choose a really interesting name that could be the name of a magician and go crazy just doing some hand lettering for that. If you're a UI UX designer, you could design kind of a magical-esque landing page or something pertaining to magic and magicians. You could literally do anything for this. If you're a graphic designer and all you do is you just love to make icons, make like a potion icon or a wand icon or a tome icon. Whatever you guys want to do, however you want to interpret it, it's open to everyone. And we've got this hashtag Adobe Live Design Off that you can use, and I'm going to be like kind of checking this hashtag to see if anyone posts any work for it. We've had a couple of submissions from Wolfdog Art, who's done some like mages, which I thought were really cool. And I've just been like kind of like looking through this. We'll take a look at the very end of the stream as well. And we'll be back tomorrow working on it too. So I would say like we are coming close to the end of the stream now. So if you folks have any works in progress that you want to tweet using the hashtag, now is a perfect time to do so, so that I can give you a shout out on the stream before we take off. And then we'll also look at it tomorrow when we begin the stream. I really don't think I'm happy with my girl's face or her eyes.
We should switch.
We
Tomorrow
could.
Switch.
We could totally do that.
I could ruin your painting so quickly.
Me too. Why don't we could totally. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but I'm down.
No. I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna switch tomorrow, guys. That's gonna be so lit. Oh, I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some Barbie reference later.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually try and leave you with some decent eyes in this character though.
You know what I'm just gonna black them out.
Yeah, there you can give it the Darkest Dungeon eyes.
You're just wasting your own time now.
Well, I'm still gonna do it just because I'm angry with myself right now. Because I feel like I should know how to paint proper eye. Oh, there we go. I'm on it now. I don't know why it took me that long to do it. I just like finally found my groove. Stella just got her groove back. Emperor just got his new groove back. Somebody please be a fan of that movie in chat so I don't feel so weird that I just said that just now. Switching sounds interesting. Yes, I think that's a fabulous idea. Oh, I take it back. It's not good. Take it all back. Take it all back. I'm gonna leave her without eyes, and you can do whatever you want.
Sweet.
I'll make it so deep, like she's like Justice, so she's like blindfolded.
Yeah, man. There's like a crazy meaning behind all of this.
Yeah, because like she can't see her own true self, so I don't have to draw her eyes in a way.
I think that was like one of the first tweets I ever received, like pertaining to Darkest Dungeon, because I think I did that. I actually found like that old illustration of the oh gosh, I can't remember what it was. One of the characters that I did, and I'd given her eyes. And then somebody was like, I think it was like the Darkest Dungeon. Twitter was like, there are no eyes in the Darkest Dungeon. And I was like, oh yeah, because up until that point, like I hadn't really noticed that. I just thought everything was awesome. And then somebody did get onto the post and they're like, yeah, I think you might have missed the deeper meaning here about like inner darkness and turmoil. And I was like, I think it's just a cool piece of art, man. I didn't get that deep with it.
We didn't all love 9 Inch Nails, guy.
I'm guilty. I love 9 Inch Nails.
So we all love 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, everybody does. Everyone does.
It's like no one understands me like Trent Reznor.
There's 3 songs over and over.
There's literally like only 3 songs I will listen to though, from Trent Reznor, and those are the ones that I stan, and I don't really understand the other ones. That's kind of how I am with. I don't think I've ever. If we can like segue into like music to paint to, I don't think there's anything that's not like a movie soundtrack that I like to listen to the entire album of it, except for Zaba by Glass Animals, because every single song blends into the next one, so it's like one continuous song, which I think is awesome. But aside from that, I don't really have any like full albums where I'm like, I stan this entire thing and I'm the biggest fan. And I've had like, you ever have people be like, well, if you don't like this song, then you're not, you know, you're not a, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know. Yeah, I just can't do it. I'm one of those weird people that has to listen to one song on like a total repeat for like an entirety of a painting in order to like get the painting done. So I've never been able to just like sit down and just enjoy any album. Lord of the Rings, yes, I listened to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. I listened to the Inception soundtrack. The Elysium soundtrack is fabulous. And I also, oh yeah, totally, definitely. A really, really good soundtrack is the King Arthur soundtrack. That new one that had the dude from Sons of Anarchy in it, I think.
That's the one with Robert Pattinson, right? He's the French guy. His French accent is like, nails it.
I don't know. Is he in that movie?
Yeah, isn't he the villain? And he's like, in his heavy black armor?
No, it's the one with Jude Law. Wait, maybe Robert Pattinson is in that movie.
I'm talking about the guy who's in
Twilight?
the mech punching movie, Pacific Rim. He's
Rim.
King Arthur. He's got
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same one.
Yeah,
maybe I just forgot who else is in that movie, because I watched it like once or twice. I thought it looked cool.
Did you see the new Batman stuff?
I did. I don't know how to feel because I'm such like I can't. I feel bad because I think that he kind of got like maybe typecast into like being Edward Cullen. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I just don't know how I feel about the motorcycle and the suit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like what you like.
You know what? If you're not sure about Batman, you could also just pick up the Thrawn trilogy and read about Grand Admiral Thrawn, because he's way cooler than Batman. He's like extra cooler than Batman, and I've got you.
If you really like that, you might love the Smurfs. If you have a appetite for fiction about blue people, although I shouldn't make fun of you, because I played that Old Republic online game for like years, and I was a chiss.
Were you? Because the chiss are awesome. Because they're epic.
I did like the blue, the red eyes.
Yeah, they're super awesome. The chiss are like extra legit. And people try to joke, but you know what happens when you joke with me about Grand Admiral Thrawn? I send you a drawing of him wrestling the Highwayman to make my points. That's what I do.
Yeah, you won that round. There's no question.
I feel like I did too. A Night at the Roxbury soundtrack is lit. Somebody says, oh, Keith Wilson, cough, cough, Darkest Dungeon soundtrack is great too. It is. I have worked to the Darkest Dungeon soundtrack.
Does a great job. I've worked to the Darkest Dungeon soundtrack.
Oh, really? How'd you get into that?
The game is terrible.
No, it's one of those games that you love because it's such a beautiful game and it's got so much love in it, but it also kind of makes you like mash the keyboard with your face sometimes.
Yeah, that's mean.
Yeah. It's but it's good. It's very, very good. I have a color overlay kind of deal that I liked. It shows like a gradient that I was into before the stream. Also, we've got maybe like 5 minutes before we gotta say goodbye. So if anybody has any last minute questions, this would be the time to ask those questions. If anyone has any questions for me, questions for Chris, if you guys just want to tell Chris that Thrawn is cooler than Batman, that's also cool. Or if
Where's the block button? Is there a way to block?
Is there to just block me from the stream? And blocked. Never played Darkest Dungeon. We'll have to check it out. It's great. It's super great. I'm a big advocate for like tricking people into thinking it'll be a nice game and then watching them stream it for the first time. I've done that to like 4 people now, and it's an excellent experience. I told a friend of mine that I was like, nah, it's got like a spooky style. It's neat, but it's really fun. And it's like a good party game. She was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and stream it. Let's see you stream it. Trudy Castle. Thrawn is better than Batman, and Kylo Ren is better than both. I feel like you're trying to win my heart. I actually have a confession to make. I don't think Kylo Ren is better than Thrawn. I really don't. I think Thrawn is like big man on campus. He's too cool.
I think Hawkeye is cooler than Thrawn.
Now I'm really looking for the block button. I don't know. I like how you just stopped everything you're doing and just took a. Oh.
Sometimes we need to face truths in our life.
All right.
And there it is. I'd even say angry ninja mullet Hawkeye.
Oh no, man! I thought we were friends and stuff. I thought we were like hanging out, having a good time. This is devastating to me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be sick tomorrow. I don't know if I can make it.
Oh damn!
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually be here tomorrow.
Hawkeye. He's my favorite superhero.
Oh, your favorite superhero is Hawkeye? I don't know, guys. Trudy, what do you guys let him do over there? Like, what does he like this all the time, or is this like, is it just for me? I don't know. But I am going to maybe pan over to our full cam for a little while, and well, actually maybe we can full screen our designs, because we do have to take off, but I kind of want to show everyone like what we did for the day. I like it pretty well. I think yours looks so cool. I'm excited to just like make it hot pink tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. So Chris had an excellent idea. We're gonna switch designs tomorrow and work on each other's magician design, which I'm super pumped about. I think it's gonna be great. So this is what we came to. I'm gonna glance at the Twitter just briefly and see if anyone put any works in progress up. If not, that's totally cool, because I realized we've only had like an hour to work. Oh, we did! We did get a couple more. We got this from, let me make sure I'm pulling up the latest ones here. I don't know what, yeah, there we go. Tyler Makes, let me full screen this real quick. I'm gonna give you a shout out, Tyler. Work in progress for the Adobe Live Design Off. We got this awesome magician. This is super cute. It's like a witch type character with a bunch of little trinkets and a staff. I'm into it. And then we also got some more, just some work on the sand sculptor while watching the stream, says Wolf Dog Art. This is really cool, man. I am so digging this. This is awesome. Thank you all for everyone who participated.
I gotta give a shout out to Jesse. You should have Jesse on here. He's amazing.
Oh yeah? Alright, Jesse, yeah. That sounds cool. We should talk. But yeah, thank you guys for participating. We are running out of time here, so we do have to say goodbye. But thank you, those of you who participated and hung out with us and did some art. That is awesome. I'm gonna retweet anyone that like puts out works in progress and finishes any work for the challenges. And we will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time for the second episode. We're gonna swap designs and hopefully not ruin each other's paintings too badly, but it should be fun. And thank you, Chris, so much for joining me. It's been a blast having you here today.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. It's been awesome. Thanks very
no
much.
problem. It's been a pleasure. And we will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you, folks, for joining. And we'll Trudy says put them on mute. That's a great idea. We will see you guys next time. Adios, everyone.